So I have a great pleasure to introduce, first of all, Madame Helena Asamoah Hassan. I pronounce it with this Arabian sort of accent. And, it's interesting to get this ha sound that I talked about. And it would be interesting in the future to be able to read, who knows, a work by a Nobel Prize in Arabic and hear the Arabic. She is from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Library in Ghana. I won't introduce her because you'll see her bio on the screen. And one last thing before I give the floor. I am very tolerant because I am quite, I like talking, that is. But if you feel that you've gone too far, well, and I wink, it means you can go on. Otherwise, I shall stop you.
Thank you very much, moderator. Having listened to the speakers and then the reaction from the audience in the past 2 days, I think my view that the book, the written word, is going to be around for a very, very, very long time has been confirmed. Now, the written word, be it on paper or electronic format, is the source of relevant and authoritative information for today and tomorrow. Millions of printed books and journals are being digitized to meet the demands of today's user. Irrespective of the fact that the young generation of today are more into the listening and viewing modes of learning, getting into serious scholarly work demands the use of the written word. Now, the contents of books have gone through several stages in life, on stone slabs, through to papyrus scrolls, to paper, and now onto electronic bits. In the print book era, once one purchases the book, the medium, that is the paper, is owned by the purchaser, but the right of first sale applies so that the content can be used, loaned, or resold, whilst the content is owned by the author, that is the copyright owner. For the electronic book, the medium or container and content are provided under license, and one does not own it, and so cannot loan or resell it. Most of the rules for access to such books are limited to the use of IP addresses and passwords, and so a library cannot loan it to anyone who is not within the confines of the IP address or knows the password. This is unlike the paper book, and so it limits the library's ability to serve its users wherever they are. However, it is agreed that an e-book enables greater number of persons to use it simultaneously. Emphasis, therefore, on the content of a book in the electronic era is on access and not on ownership. The library of today and tomorrow should therefore be a hybrid one, where there will be print as well as digital resources. We all know that most cultures traditionally were oral, where information was not documented but narrated, which may have affected the quality of the information through understatements and also overstatements. So when the written word came in, it was adopted for consistency of information. Currently, the new generation, the cyber generation, which is more media literate than print, also has a lot of video and webcasting use of audiovisual equipment, which are employed even to solve their educational purposes. It is even said that a typical college freshman in the West has grown up with a mouse or a joystick always at hand, and merges the typical definitions of work and play, doing both as they work in cyberspace. This is affecting the written book. This may mean that if the trend continues, in the very near future, publishers of written resources may have to fold up or shift their interest to non-written media if they have to survive. In the same vein, will libraries also have to adjust their services if this video audio information trend in some of their users increases, thereby ignoring the written word? But I believe that this will not happen. It is a matter of fact that electronic books, with its disadvantages of lack of permanency and quick tiring of the eyes when reading, are making more advances in the information access world. This is a welcome move because their contents are written, and so the habit of reading will go on. Currently, librarians are involved in cyberspace, using several professional means to redirect young users back onto the written word. For example, they are providing easy aids and guides for using the library's materials, engaging in selective dissemination of information by email to users. The digital library will continue to play a central role for researchers by supporting them with current materials to enrich their work. The needs of users will also increase as technologies change and are improved upon, and so standards will have to be redefined by libraries to satisfy these needs. Libraries will upgrade the skills of their staff to enable them to effectively assist users to navigate the web, faculty to incorporate forms of references into course pages, and provide Ask a Librarian links on library web pages. Library will still be needed to describe, maintain, and preserve the content of the digital library to ensure that its quality is high and access to the contents is easy and available, and also to share their resources for sustainability. The digital library now releases space in the library building as meeting places for interaction, group study, and discussions, more than a place to only sit and read. In effect, the digital library has a lot of benefits because of its convenience and multiple usage abilities. However, the issue is whether these digital books will be available and accessible forever. This brings to the fore the issues relating to permanent access, which has legal and publisher or commercial implications. This library, that means the digital library, relies on the written word. Changes in technology can continue the written word, which means that books will continue to be available. Irrespective of the desire for audio and video modes of access to information of a section of the society today, providers and preservers of the written word will still be needed. From all indications, the written word is still very much sought after if scholarly, reliable, current, long-time access, and better packaged information is needed. This type of information is what is needed to build and develop nations and societies. In conclusion, the digital library is a good compromise in the current situation to the total print library or total audiovisual library, but it comes with its issues, especially copyright and permanent ownership. Considering the global environment with different economic, social, educational, and political views, and also situations, which will not enable success with a one-size-fits-all method, the hybrid library is most suited for the written word, hoping that the day after tomorrow, one may consider having a total digital library. Thank you very much.